23 years. Today we're celebrating 23 years of Nutrabolics history. Where does the time fly? I'm here with my business partner since day one. We started this thing when we were 21 years old, and now here we are. Looking back, it's been a roller coaster of a ride, ups and downs, but I wouldn't change a thing. Rodney, what are your thoughts on the last 23 years?
A lot of stories, a lot of memories, and a lot of Nutrabolics products all around the world. It's been amazing. I still remember day one, when we just ideated this brand, the concept of this brand, no name, no products, no nothing, just that we wanted to come out with the most premium, cutting edge sports nutrition products for Canada, right? And to spend the last 2 decades, putting out hundreds of products sold all around the world and traveling the world and seeing these products in market and all the athletes, who have taken our products, it's just amazing, what we've done for these last 2 decades.
As we celebrate today with our cigars and we look back on the history, I can say this. I never thought that we would be here today, through all the ups and downs. But, sometimes in life, you got to go through the bad to get to the good. And sometimes you don't even know what's coming. There's been many occasions in our journey where we thought something was bad and it ended up turning to be one of the best things that's ever happened to us. Is there a time when you look back, Rodney, and you think about the last 23 years, is there a time that really stands out for you? Maybe it's a time when, something bad happened and turned good, or maybe it's just something that really, as you look back over 23 years of Nutrabolics, what comes to mind?
I mean, there's countless, I think getting that first shipment of our first 3 products and opening up that first box and seeing that, that first bottle of Clenbuterol, that was an amazing time, as a 21-year-old, just seeing that we, what we brought to market. I think coming up with that name, Nutrabolics, together that one evening, and just knowing that was going to be the name of our brand, it was the perfect fit, right? I think that first trade show that we did, Mr. Olympia, in that 10 by 10 booth, and literally, getting to that booth the day before and spending hours just trying to figure out ourselves how to put up that booth, and then having that first trade show was amazing. I think that day that we signed Dave Bautista, I think that was a game changer for our brand. Having a WWE champion on our roster and being a partner of the WWE, right? And then doing the same thing in the UFC when we signed Anderson Silva, So, I mean, so many memories, so many exciting times, so much innovation, I think, that we've brought to the market that I'm super proud of, and so many products sold all around the globe. It's just been amazing.
And with us now both living in separate cities, we decided to meet here in New York City, get some boys' time, kick back, talk about the 23 years, celebrate the 23 years as we launch what could be potentially the biggest product that we've ever made in the HydroMass.
Yep.
And, it's a celebration, really, because I didn't even know that it was possible to make such a clean gainer that mixes so good, tastes so good, with no added sugar, with just real food. And I gotta hand it to Rodney because, I actually kind of gave up on it almost after the 20th sample, and I was like, I don't know if we can do this. It was like 2 years in the making. And, Rodney's just like, no, we got to do this.
We
We got
gotta
to
do
put
it.
something out
Yeah.
that's, different, that's unique, that's, formulated from real clean ingredients. And, what are your thoughts on the HydroMass? And, can you give us some insight on it?
I'm so happy for this launch. 2 years in the making, 2 years of R&D, beta samples, ingredient research and testing, and I'm like, yeah. I mean, we've had so much success with HydroPure, and the concept of HydroPure, in terms of absorption and bioavailability, um, in what we brought to the protein category, and now to really, disrupt the weight gainer category with this whole new concept of a gainer. It's super exciting for the brand. I think it's super exciting for the industry. It's really disrupting that category in a better for you way, like we do so frequently, right? So yeah, I mean, launch week, right?
One of the big questions that I get asked all the time, it's like, what advice can you give me? I'm an entrepreneur, I'm starting out. What's the advice that you can give me? And I always kind of come back to the same piece of advice, which is like, put the product first. The product is number one, and the product needs to be innovative. It needs to be different. It needs to separate itself from the competition. If it's just a little bit better, the ride isn't going to be that long. It's going to be, maybe you're going to get some short-term success, maybe 1-2 years. Maybe even you can push it till 5, who knows? But to go 10 years, your product's got to be pretty outstanding. And I mean, one of the products now that's approaching 10 years is HydroPure. And I mean, that's a formula that, Rodney put together, and it's been unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I mean, the response, the bioavailability of this product, the taste, the quality, and it's getting pretty close to the 10 years of HydroPure. And I mean, I think we're up to what, like 13 flavors now?
Yeah.
13 flavors, 2 sizes. I'm of the opinion that this is the number 1 selling hydrolyzed premium protein in all of Canada. Maybe even in the world.
Yeah.
There's so much HydroPure going out into the world right now, it blows my mind. I don't even know, it's insane. And I want to say thank you to everybody out there who's been supporting us over the last 23 years. We really appreciate it. And, we're going to continue to keep, innovating. We're going to continue to keep pushing the envelope. And I can say this, we're hungrier than we've ever been. I mean, I'm starving to get out there and make some premium products, and we're working on some exciting things. Is there anything you wanted to share today, Rodney, about some of the stuff that's happening in the future, or anything you're working on currently, or anything at all?
Yeah, I mean, this HydroMass launch is the big one for sure, right? And 5 flavors, 2 sizes, and a whole new concept for the gainer category. We have something exciting coming very soon for our Supernova Legacy, which is, you talk about lifespan of a product, and this is a product that, was the number 1 pre-workout in the country for many years. And we had an evolution in the category, and we had so much demand for the original that we brought back in this new legacy format, which has been doing tremendous for us. And so super excited for the new flavor innovation and the new concept innovation that's about to happen in Supernova Legacy. I mean, how can you talk about our products without bringing up feed, right? I mean, in terms of better for you and innovation for a category, right? I think we really have created something special for the protein bar category with feed, the highest protein, all natural nutrition bar in the space. And so we'll have some new flavor innovation coming with feed, and even potentially some new line extension coming with feed, which is something super exciting. So Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a busy time in terms of research and development and NPD, and we're proud. We're extremely proud of everything we bring to market. We don't just bring out products just to bring out products and bring out new SKUs and bring out new revenue, right? I mean, everything we bring out in terms of NPD, it has to be innovative and it has to be a new leader for the category when it comes to ingredients, new ingredient innovation, new patented ingredients, new licensed ingredients, and new concepts, right? So, yeah, it's a super exciting time. We're thankful for all of our retailers and distributors all around the globe. And I think 23 years, but the best is yet to come, right?
Mm-hmm. It's true. And, when we look back on the 23 years of history, and I think about, when we first started, we were just 20-year-old kids. I remember flying to Toronto to convince, Rodney to start this company, and now here we are today. So for a lot of people out there who are, you know, on the road of, building something, just know that it takes a little bit of time. You got to be persistent. You got to go after it. And you got to have, a little bit of patience. I'm not going to lie, especially nowadays, it's very competitive. And I think for us, what has really helped us stand out above and beyond is that, we go by what's called the wow factor in terms of, if I try a sample and I'm not wowed, it's not going ahead. Like, it has to be wow. And I think, what you've done with these formulas, this new HydroMass, I mean, I put my name on it, it is wow. And I can tell you, what we've got, coming up. I can't give you the full details, but I can tell you we've been working on it for a long time. And the biggest wow is coming very soon. So stay tuned.